Hey all, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to have a look at a tool that has saved me so much time when troubleshooting, and that is the ADB LogCat tool. Now usually people do this inside of either CMD or Android Studio, and there's already a lot of tutorials out there showing how to do this that way. But it's always clunky, people run into issues, it relies on using CMD commands and no one likes those, and then you also get lost trying to navigate through your own file structures. So we're going to circumvent all of that, we're going to put everything into a nice window inside of Unity, and then we're going to let you filter on whatever information you want. Now, I didn't personally write this code, but when I came across it, I just thought I had to share it. So please take a second to hit that subscribe button and let's get into the video. Okay, so we're over here in Unity now. You can see I've just set up a very basic project. It's just got a canvas, a main camera, and this game manager script. If I hit run, all it does is change this hello text to text that says I didn't break, and then I've got some logging in here. We'll just quickly open up that script and have a look at what it does. So inside of my game manager, I've got a public text element, I've got a debug log that just says it's starting, and then if I'm inside of the Unity editor, I find the my text element by just searching for it with a tag. And then I just have this break game method that gets called after. All break game does is checks to see if that's null, and if it isn't, says I've connected. If it doesn't, gives me some warnings, and then either way, it attempts to try and update that text. Now obviously when I run this inside of the Unity editor, I get no errors. But when I run this on my phone, I do get errors. And you can't really tell that you're getting an error in here. It just says hello continuously and it doesn't update to I didn't break. But we can break this down using ADB LogCat. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to here. I've got a Git repo. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce this person's name, but I came across this one and I thought it was quite useful. So you just jump in here, copy the contents of this one, and we're going to create a new script in our project. You don't actually need to create this inside of the project that your game exists in. You could actually just create this in a blank Unity project and it would still work the same, because all we're really doing is adding a window. So I'm going to add a folder to this first. I'm going to call this editor. And then I'm going to create a brand new C# script. We're going to call that logcat window with correct capitalization. And then we're just going to open that one up. And we don't need any of this. I'm just going to paste exactly what I got from the GitHub repo and save. Now, I definitely won't take any credit for the code on this, but effectively all that it's doing is getting the same ADB LogCat logs that you get in your CMD window and then splitting it out into effectively a different Unity window that you can then track, and it's just so much more useful. The ADB LogCat stuff will only ever work with Android, so if you're going to need to make sure that your project is in Android, if you did import this and paste it in and got some errors, it's probably because you're on a different build that isn't Android, but just switch over to Android and they should disappear. Now we'll just build it, put it on the phone, and show you it working. So I'll just call this build test 1. So when that one's finished building, I'm just going to open up the settings on my phone, go to About Phone, and I'm going to enable my developer mode, which is just software information, and then you just tap the build number a bunch of times. It'll ask for my PIN, and then it says developer mode is enabled. So if I go back, you should see a developer options down here now. You'll need to enable the USB debugging, and then when it's connected to your computer, you should then see that your phone then pops up as in here as a folder as well. So I'm just going to copy this APK, move over to here, internal storage, and I might just drop it in my documents folder for now. Then back over to the phone, I'm going to go over to where those documents are stored, install that APK, and then open that one up. Now what you'll see here is obviously this is just going to stay stuck on hello and never get to I didn't break, but it doesn't give me any messaging, doesn't tell me any reason for why it's broken, and obviously I can't see any sort of console logs in here at the moment. So we're going to close that one down. I'm going to go back into Unity and we're going to go Window, LogCat Android Debugger. So we're just going to click Start, then we're going to open our application again and we should see some logs start to come through. Now this is pretty cool because you can see that obviously I get my application starting, which is the same as I got in my console. But this time I see some warning messages come up as well because I had that debug.log warning. And then I've got my error message here as well, which is a null reference exception, object reference not set to an instance of an object. And we know that because we only ever set that inside of our Unity editor. And that's it. It's very, very powerful. It has filtering, so you can see only your warning messages, your combination of errors and warnings, and all that sort of stuff. So it does everything you can do inside of that ADB LogCat CMD window. So it's just much nicer to use and way, way quicker to set up. And just as a final note, just to make this nice and simple, I've actually created a blank project that just has this in here, and I'll have that in the description where you can just download that project and run that when you want to test on your phone. So all you'll have to do is open that up, go Window, open the LogCat, hit Start, and then just open it up on your phone and it should start working. Okay, that's it for this video, guys. I hope that was useful. Not something I created, but definitely something that was just super useful for me to find, so I thought I'd share. See you in the next video, guys.